What's going on, guys? How are you today? Welcome to another video. So today let's talk about the Nigerian music industry. Okay, this may be unpopular topic, an unpopular subject to some of you, but it ties into the Nigerian political system. It ties into our dormancy, how we have remained quiet while all these atrocities are being committed in Nigeria. So, you see, the type of music we have today in Nigeria, Nigerian music industry, entertainment industry has grown so much that we are known worldwide, and I salute Nigerians for that. Now, while we are doing well internationally, locally, the music is not, or the music does not have a message. I grew up in an era in the 80s and 90s when we used to have reggae music. We have Majek, Mandatos, Raskimono, Sonny Okosun to some extent, and other people who sang conscious music. Fela was alive then. They talk about the economic situation. They talk about what the common man, you and I, face. They talk about the atrocities of government. Okay, so if you grew up in that era, the music made sense. The music made sense. Now, everybody's into all this jaye music. Nigeria is sinking further into poverty. Our governance is poor. We have bad government, bad politicians. Everything is not working. This is not an exaggeration. You guys out there know what's happening. Now, can you tell me any of today's musicians who sings about what you and I, or what the average Nigerian is going through? It makes no sense, and the government wants it that way. The government wants it to remain that way. It takes the attention of the common man away from what they are going through. It takes the attention away from the hunger, poverty, lack of electricity, insecurity, and all of those things they are facing. It takes away that attention, so that when you are having a bad time, you are going through hardship, you cannot blame the government. There's jaye for you. You always jaye to Afro, Ashake, Davido, Whiskey, Burna Boy. Once again, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying that the music industry, the government wants you to be happy in the midst of your of your hardship. Okay, the same thing with religion, with churches. The government is fine, it's comfortable, it's okay. That is, every corner of the street, there's a church. In one street, there are about 20 churches. In one building, 3-story building, there are about 5 churches. There's no regulation. The government wants it that way. Because you Nigerians, you seek help from help above, instead of you to ask your government for good roads. Instead of you to ask your government, when your politicians make a whole lot more money than any other politician on earth, their salary, now the president is ordering a new plane for himself and his vice president. They just refurbished the vice president's building to a tune of billions. You guys will not talk, but there's jaye and there's church. You go and ask God. If I was God, or if I were God, whatever it is, I would just go, listen, let me suggest, let God just go on vacation. Let God abandon Nigeria for 30 days. 30 days like this, 1 month. You know what will happen in that time period? Nigerians will not have any invisible person to ask to go to run to. They will not have to pray and fast for some magic to happen. No. What will happen is that You will now open your eyes to see what you are going through, to see how your government is dealing with you, is stealing from you. And finally, you will now begin to depend on your brother. By your brother, I mean you and I will depend on each other. Okay? We join together and fight the government and demand better leadership from the government. But no, we'll go to church, government is quiet. Afrobeat is #1 in the world. We go to quiet. Tell me today, the musicians I mentioned earlier, Majek, Mandatos, Raskimono, Maxwell Ludo, Andy Shawman, Fela to some extent, others that sang conscious music. Essentially, some of them are like mostly reggae music and stuff like that. But they sang about what was happening. Things up to today, you sit down and listen to reggae music. It's something that pushes you, makes you act, makes you take action, makes you be aware of what's happening. But now Nigeria is jaye, hunger. Tomatoes, 3 tomatoes is 9,000 naira. Jaye. Transportation from Oronshoki to Lagos Island up to Obalende is 200 or 300 naira. We jaye. Your pastor opens university, you cannot afford. I will dance to the Lord and pay my offering and tithes. Your pastor's children are going to school abroad. His wife, they have never for years now slept in a house without electricity. If NEPA no bring light, they will earn gen from that money you give to them. Oh, jaye. The problem in Nigeria is not government. The problem in Nigeria is Nigerians. You and I, we keep quiet. We are comfortable. We keep quiet. We know they talk. We know they complain. I'm not saying you should go and break things. So this thing while they talk online now, some of us feed the talk am. You self feed the talk am. If everybody is doing this thing, complaining, the government will have no option but to listen and do what the people want. But no, videos like this, you guys don't want to listen. You don't want to hear me. But you want to go and watch skits, somebody, something that will just make you happy, something that will just take your mind out of the problem that you are facing. Not forgetting that after you don't laugh finish your problem dey there dey wait for you. Your problems are waiting for you after you finish gyrating, laughing and being happy. There are people waking up. Aisha Yusufu is one of them. Mayegun, one of the guys I like, and other people. You guys will not watch their videos. They will bring out a video for 3 days, 1 week. The video will struggle get 1,000 views or 3,000 views. But if Macaroni and Nas Boy or all these other people bring skits of big nyash or some ostentatious nonsense, you don't get 300,000 views in 1 day. Nigeria, now we dey do ourselves. Now we dey do ourselves. Before I get off topic, the music industry in Nigeria is growing, but they are not singing about things to push Nigerians to demand better from our government. Okay? Tell me now, we are going to protest in the streets for, let's say, hike in electricity price, hike in petroleum price, or we protest for the government to increase minimum wage. Which type of today's music will you play? Because if you try to play Ashake while you are processing in the procession of your protest, people will be dancing. It does nothing. Like jaye una day. If you want to sing gospel music, you'll be praising the Lord, and while there's nothing there. Reggae music. things that, touches your soul, music that conscious, that works with your brain. Una no like that one. Una no dey like things that will challenge you. Nigerians are very smart people at home and abroad, okay? But we have one deficit where we say we know they like to think. We don't like to think. We would like somebody to think for us. We like other people to tell us what to do. That's why we have the rise of the proliferation of magic pastors in Nigeria. No pastor can deceive me. Nobody. The same book where you read, me I read them too. The same Bible where you read, me sef don't read them. Okay, you as a Nigerian, you can do the same thing. Don't let these people come and deceive you all the time, while reaching into your pockets. Abroad here and other parts of the world, there are pastors, they have jobs. Most of them have like insurance companies. Some of them work in the local government. On Sunday, they go and preach as a job, as their responsibility to lead a flock of sheep. But oh no, the pastor must be larger than life, have entourage, drives bulletproof vehicles, while he tells you to go and pray to God for protection. When your pastor gets sick, falls sick, he goes abroad to get treatment. Una de jaye. Forget about government. All right, guys. I want to encourage Nigerian musicians. I know we have them. We have good musicians. We have people who can write music very well. It doesn't have to. You don't have to dance all the time. Look at Idris Abdul Karim. It makes you think. Maybe jaye. The government wants you to jaye and forget that they are siphoning you. They are slowly sucking your blood. The government wants that. Wants you to be listening to jaye music. Wants you to go to church and praise God. Forget about what they are doing. If you do all of that, your problem will still be here for you. That's why we've been kicking the can down the road for years. That's why Nigeria is where it is today.